There's no doubt about it. Marcus Rashford had his best season in a Manchester United shirt in the last campaign. There are still some who question, though, whether he will reach his true potential. He's still only 22, Mark Ogden. What are your thoughts on it?
I think Marcus Rashford has got the potential to be one of United's great players. And I just think the unfortunate thing for Rashford is that his first 4 years in the team have been in a pretty average team. If you go back to when David Beckham, Paul Scholes, all these players came through the 1990s, they were playing in a brilliant team. So that's why they won big honours and they became such superstars. Marcus Rashford at times has had to carry Man United. When he was 18, 19, he was the guy that was scoring the goals. So he's had a difficult start at United, which a lot of his predecessors haven't had. So I do think he can be a top player, but I think he needs better players around him because he can't carry it all on his own shoulders.
So do you think to help take him to the next level, it will fall down on the club to make sure that those better players are coming around him? And surely Bruno Fernandes and players like that who've already come in must be helping that cause.
Yeah, I think United have a duty now to look at their young players coming through. Rashford's probably the best of them, but you've got Mason Greenwood, Brandon Williams, Scott McTominay, and basically buy the players that will make them better, make the team better and kind of develop them on the pitch. But, people question Rashford's desire at times, and I think, because he's such a placid character and a guy that doesn't really show his emotions, I think people can misjudge him a bit. I think he has got that desire. He's never going to be a Wayne Rooney where he's going to be, kicking people and you can see he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's a bit more subdued than that. But I do think Rashford's got the talent and the desire to make it to the top. But he's probably got his frustrations as well that he's playing for a United team that still lacks a few key areas.
And do you think some of the frustrations also would be when other players are injured, he might have to play out of position so we don't always see the best of him?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure we actually know yet what his best position is. Is it coming in off the right, off the left, playing through the middle? I don't think it's coming through the middle. I don't think he's got a cold, clinical heart or eye like a striker would do. I don't think he's, like I say, deadly enough through the middle to be a centre forward. But that might develop in time. But I do think he has that ability. I don't want to compare him to Neymar, but he has that kind of Neymar-like ability to float around the front three. He has a trick on him. He's got pace. He can make things happen. But a lot of forwards these days don't have a set position. They don't, Harry Kane and Robert Lewandowski kind of, they're not unique, it's the two of them, but there's very few and far between. Players these days tend to float around the front three, and I think Rashford's very good at that.
Solskjaer said he's top class. His former teammate, Ashley Young, has said he's world class. If there were tiers, where would you put him right now? World class, top class, overrated, underrated?
Yeah, I think he's top class. He's not world class yet. I think that kind of world class thing is banded around too often. I don't think he's not Kylian Mbappe class and the same sort of age. So Mbappe is definitely world class. But Rashford has it in his locker to become that, but he has to score more goals. I think he's got awareness. He's got that pace. He's had a couple of injuries now, but I do think that he's definitely got that X factor that you need to be a world class player. But he's not there yet. I think it'd be foolish to say he is. I think, like I say, the likes of Mbappe are ahead of him at the moment, and that is the true level of a world star.
You say he needs to score more goals. If he's to go injury free this season, can he reach 30 goals in all competitions?
He's got the talent, but I do wonder sometimes whether he has that kind of that clinical edge. For me, he's not the sort of player that will score 30 goals a season. I think he's too unselfish at times. I think if he had that ruthlessness, he would score 30 goals. But there are times he will look for a pass when he could score a goal. So I think that will stop him scoring 30 goals a season. The fact that he hasn't got that, that Sergio Aguero kind of instinct, or even Harry Kane instinct, where he's greedy enough to want all the goals. He seems to be more of a team player. So, if he scores 25 goals and creates 20, that's better than scoring 30 goals. So as long as he contributes, I think Solskjaer will be fine with it.
I suppose, obviously, if you're at Manchester United, you're always going to have that pressure on you. But do people forget that he is just 22? Because it does feel like he's been around forever, doesn't it, Mark?
Yeah, absolutely. And he was 18 and a complete unknown when he made his debut in I think February 2016. But for an injury to Will Keane in the FA Cup side at Shrewsbury before the game against Midtjylland, he wouldn't have played, and who knows where he would have ended up. So he was given an opportunity, he took it, and from that point on, he's been a star in the making. He got an early England call-up as well, so he's not really had time to develop away from the spotlight. So 4 years, yeah, it's a long time, but he's still only 22, so yeah, he does have a bit more development in him yet.
Yeah, one thing we do know about Marcus Rashford is he is world-class as a character off the pitch. Perhaps he's still got a little way to go until he can be called that on the pitch.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.